Thank you for your continued commitment to the Resident Educator Program and for supporting Ohio's resident educators as a certified instructional mentor. This is the first in the video series of Guidance for Instructional Mentors in Ohio's Resident Educator Program, Tools and Program Shifts. The purpose of instructional mentoring is to teach, model, and explore teaching practices with resident educators as you reflect on the essential question, how can I be a better educator tomorrow than I was today and lead others to do the same? As an exemplary teacher, you realize that instructional mentoring requires continuous learning. This presentation was created to support ongoing mentor learning. It is divided into 3 parts to address the mentor expectations listed on the slide. Part 1 focuses on the mentor standards. Part 2 focuses on program shifts and the repackaged mentor tools. And Part 3 focuses on the implementation of tools and processes to tailor support for resident educators in the program. At the end of each part, there will be a check for understanding to assist you in your ongoing professional growth as an instructional mentor. We strongly suggest that you have the following resources available as we go through the presentation: Ohio's 4-tiered licensure structure document, the Mentor Toolkit, the Mentor Standards for the Ohio Resident Educator Program, and the accompanying handout. All of the tools will be referenced and explained throughout the presentation. The handout is optional. However, it may be beneficial to use for taking notes and reflecting on the learning throughout the presentation. For those who choose to complete the handout, you will notice that you may receive 3 contact hours to submit to your LPDC for job-embedded professional development hours. Please refer to the handout for Ohio's 4-tiered licensure structure. The graphic on the slide looks different than the handout, but they both convey similar information. Ohio has a 4-tiered licensure system that licenses new teachers and recognizes accomplished teachers based on their demonstrated performance. The 4-tiered licensure structure frames a continuum for professional learning and advancement. It outlines the professional expectations of teachers throughout their career to attain, maintain, and advance their teaching license. Professional learning is embedded throughout Ohio's 4-tiered licensure structure and is required to advance and maintain licensure. Residency leads the way. Resident educators are engaged in professional learning throughout the 4 years of their residency in the Resident Educator Program, and they must successfully complete this phase in order to advance to the 5-year professional educator license. Professional development is a comprehensive, sustained, and intensive approach to improving teachers' and principals' effectiveness in raising student achievement. As mentors clearly articulate the 4-tiered licensure structure to resident educators during their induction years, it is important to understand that residency provides the required professional development and time for professional learning for resident educators in their first 4 years of teaching. Ronald Thorpe, former president and CEO of the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards, was an advocate for beginning teacher residencies. He stated in 2014, "The best university-based programs in the country cannot prepare a 22-year-old for the challenges of effective, autonomous teaching practice any more than a degree from Harvard Medical School prepares an MD to care for patients." Take a moment to reflect on this quote. Even the best educated of new employees need on-the-job training. Whenever you are responsible for the lives of people, such as a doctor, pilot, or teacher, we know that many hours and years of training and practice are necessary. This is the reason for residency, induction, and intensive support and training for resident educators in Ohio's Resident Educator Program, for educators who hold the lives of boys and girls in their hands each day. Resident educators can be most successful when the entire school takes responsibility for their success and embraces participation in the resident educator program as an opportunity. As a mentor, you play a very important role in the resident educator program. Although your role is important and possibly the most important, other individuals play an essential role in working alongside resident educators to support and develop them. This graphic represents the various supportive roles within the program. Resident educator program coordinators and principals integrate induction practices into existing professional development initiatives and align the resident educator program with other school and district-wide initiatives. The Resident Educator Program provides resident educators with formal and informal professional development opportunities that are responsive to both the developmental needs of beginning teachers and district priorities to support student learning. Individualized and differentiated professional development occurs between mentors and resident educators through regular, ongoing interactions. Please take a few moments now to review the mentor standards for the Resident Educator Program and prepare for Part 1 of this presentation.